Hey, I'm Em, and I'm going to talk about grief, which isn't something that I usually do because I always like to pretend that everything is fine, but I'm hoping I can make this video so I can look back the next time I'm in a slump and show myself that I can make it out. So yeah, for some backstory, the past month has been the worst month of my life, and I usually don't talk about it outside of my friends and family, but I have OCD and depression that causes me to go into depressive episodes that can last weeks or months at a time. Unfortunately, during this recent one, the universe dropped a, "Hey girlie, so I hate to do this to you, but," and then decided to absolutely wreck my life. My dog passed away, and the day after, a couple major things happened in my life. At that point, I couldn't take it anymore, and I had to take a leave of absence from work, which was a major point of shame for me. I don't like admitting that I can't do something. I want to just push through and act like nothing happened. But as awful as these past couple weeks were, it was a learning process. One that knocked me flat on my ass. So I'm gonna get into how that month off from work went and how I tried to cope with what was going on in my life. But before I get started, I just wanted to comment on this face that I'm making right there. I laughed while looking over this footage because I could tell that I was feeling better, but I swear that the man in front of me was driving the weirdest motorcycle that I've ever seen in my life. It literally looked like a electric trike. I've never seen it before in my life. I am so sorry for whatever that was. I'm just trying to add light to the situation.
Now this lovely lady right here is Polly. She was 15 years old when she passed, and honestly, she was the greatest part of my childhood. I mean, look at that face. But my younger sister explained how she doesn't remember a life before Polly, and I think that's the perfect way to put it. She was always there and just always ready to be loving. The most aggressive I've ever seen her is when she was trying to break into the Christmas decorations because she thought they were for her, or when she was begging for food like this. Or like this.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Or more pathetically like this. But this video, I think, sums her up the best. She literally just laid there half the time with her tongue out, just waiting to be loved and to give love in return. Which is why it was so hard for me to get over her passing, because every single time I had one of these depressive episodes, she was always there. Like during quarantine when I was losing my mind.
Shambles. I'm in absolute shambles. So I saw these people reacting to Luca, and I said, it can't make everyone cry this much. They're just being dramatic. Oh my God, I am in shambles. I was like, I'm just gonna watch this movie about little Italian fish boys. But they were in love. They were in love, and people were so hateful.
Yeah.
But in the end, it's okay because they found the people that supported them. Now, were they explicitly gay? No. But my God, they were in love.
Yeah, I don't know what that was either. But anyway, I sat with the dog and I felt okay. When I had no friends, I was with the dog. Anything in my life that was happening, the dog was there. And staring at me like this. But the way I look at it now that some time has passed is I met my dog when I was in elementary school, and now I work at an elementary school, so that's a pretty long time. And it was nice that she got to see both ends of it. And before I dive into what I did to kind of help me pass the time and move forward, I didn't film any of the super low lows. I didn't even start filming anything until when I was trying to clean my room. I wanted to make a time lapse so I could see how satisfying it was at the end once I finally got all the shit up off my floor and actually did something with my time. So yeah, I'm trying to highlight the positive things that I did during this time.
My room is so bad right now, so I'm gonna clean it. Yeah. I mean, I don't really, yeah, that's awful. But one step at a time. And while showing the things that I did with my time that are more positive, I did want to talk about the kind of things that I did struggle with. It was kind of hard to come to terms with the fact that I was in such a bad place that I had to, put my life on pause for a little bit, because I always prided myself on, just pushing through, just working through it. So I kind of just spent the first 2 weeks handling a lot of the situations that happened, while also just absolutely berating myself for not being at work, for not just getting over it and dealing with everything in my spare time. It's not fair to myself, I know that, and I wouldn't expect that from other people, but it was still just disappointing. And I don't show a lot of that. I kind of just made sure that I filmed all the good things that happened, so that I know that I will go through these bouts for the rest of my life. So hopefully by seeing all the things that I did to make myself feel better and come out of those moments where it kind of feels like there's no light at the end of the tunnel, that I'll see all the things that I did to work towards it, how I got better. And I think you can see, at least I've noticed, and my friends have noticed, and everything, that you can see a change in just the way I've been carrying myself. Back to my room. It took me a couple of days to finish fully cleaning it, but I also found all of this stuff from my closet to hang up. And by hang up, I mean my mom did it, because even though I am adult, my parents will trust me putting holes in the wall. But look at this glasses shelf that I got to hang, because yes, I like to match my glasses to my outfit. Sue me. I also did a lot of crafting. And so what am I doing here? Oh, I'm cutting out little backing cards for the jewelry that I make, because I have a craft fair coming up. So I spent a lot of time just cutting out that paper. My fingers really fucking hurt by the end of that. It was a disaster. But one of the more fun things that I did was I bought this, what is that, like a sketchbook at Michael's, and I put all of the Polaroid pictures that I have in it and made it my own little like photo album for all of my pictures and memories, because I did during this time have a like freak out, because I was like, what happens if we have like a major global blackout and I lose all of the data that I have? Why was I thinking of that? I have no idea, but it got me to do a fun craft, so I can't complain. I also tried to get back into cooking, because it's something that I thoroughly enjoy. And now that I'm looking at it, this video looks horrific, but I was trying to do it with one hand, and it just looks like there's a lot of garlic powder on top of there, and I swear, okay, it looks better there. But I noticed that when I cook for myself, I not only feel better, but I also actually eat, because I forgot to eat a lot during this time. I either completely binged food or I forgot to eat it all. So just trying to develop healthier habits, because who would have thought I felt better after I treated myself better? And that also meant going to the gym. This is the only video that I took, because the gym does in fact scare me. And I also don't want to accidentally film somebody in the back, because I know I wouldn't enjoy that if I was in the gym sweating like a pig and somebody filmed it. Anyway, I took this picture.
Hello there.
And I'm realizing I only take pictures from that angle recently. So I'm so sorry for the assault on your eyes. I spent this time just doing what I never had the time to do, when I was at work. I took time to relax. I played video games, Animal Crossing, made my own website. Look how cute he is. And I also tried to get back into music because I loved that when I was a kid. I also want to not suck at the guitar. And I even found a notebook full of like writings from when I was younger, revised them, and then attempted to make a song.
Bombay Beach feels like home. I've never been, but I know the ruins are my homeland. We both weren't meant to withstand.
And it was fun just to like mess around. That's what I thought I was gonna be when I was older. So it was kind of like just reliving a childhood dream. Which, I mean, I had fun. That's all that mattered. And speaking of having fun, I tried my hardest during this time, even though the last thing I wanted to do was be around people, was to make sure that I reached out to my friends, to my partner, to my family, anybody that I could, just to talk and not be alone. I know that I tend to kind of go back into myself and ignore the world around me, but honestly, this is probably what made me feel the best during this time, was going into the city, going just even out to eat, or even staying in, but just hanging out with my friends at their apartment, at my house, like anywhere that I could. And that pho slaps. I love it. It's so good. Anyway, we also went to the aquarium, and that was probably the most fun I've had in years. Except I did get stepped on and pushed by children, and honestly grown adults. I love him. Look at him. With that long nose. I love him so much. How cute. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, hanging out with people that I love. Especially in a time of loss or just depression or being sad. I just needed to hang with my people because I missed them so much. And I think that's where I'm gonna end it, on this clip of my friend's new cat that they just adopted.
This month was awful, but I did get to learn about myself, and I truly think this was the first time that I actually tried to help myself overcome rather than just letting myself be the victim of my OCD or depression. Yeah, that's it. I don't know what else to say. Oh, I will say, I did have fun doing this. It reminded me of when I was still in college and being a film major and learning how to edit, and I did get a little carried away. But again, like I said before, I'm not good with expressing emotion, so I had to throw a little bit of hee hee ha ha in there. Anyway, thanks.